So we're just gonna simplify, state the restrictions. Okay, the one we'll deal with this in a sec. Technically, actually, right now, technically, this whole thing is in the denominator right now. Would everyone agree?
What?
No.
No.
What's another way to write this question? No.
Oh, yes, it's the.
What's another way to write this question?
Is that divided by?
It is divided by, yeah. So this is technically written like this. I'm just going to rewrite it underneath here. 30 y squared z cubed. If you've ever gone through the textbook questions, I'm surprised at this point it hasn't come up yet. But like this whole component is in the denominator, which means you're going to have y's and z's in the denominator, okay? Regardless if they're up top here or down below, like they're in the denominator of the whole question. And so anytime you see questions like this, you have to state the restrictions for all of that, okay? Which is what the textbook does. This might not be the best question to communicate that. We might see another one in a sec, but anyway, in any event, you know how to deal with this. How do we deal with this? You gotta multiply by the reciprocal, right? And so I'm gonna get 5y cubed z power 5 over z 7z squared multiplied by yeah.
I was trying to read the solutions and I didn't understand any of the writing.
That was Mr. Poling, sorry. Yeah. I guess you grow accustomed to my handwriting. Okay, what's next? You could probably do some simplification across like each fraction individually, right? Like if I drew a line there, like you could divide out 2 z's from the left fraction. So you get something like 5y cubed z to the 5 minus 2. Okay, that's some power law work that we saw last week. Ever seen that? Okay, and that's going to be multiplied by 14 over 30 could be reduced to what? 7 over 15. And then we're going to multiply by y to the 1 minus 2, z to the 4 minus 3. Everyone good? Okay. And so here's what we're going to get. We're going to get 5y cubed, z cubed, multiplied by 7 over 15, y to the minus 1, z to the positive 1. Is everyone okay? Robbie?
What happened to the 7 in the denominator on the left one?
Oh, I just didn't write it. Fair enough. Thank you. I got carried away with the power laws. Okay. That's very favorable. Why?
7 and a 7.
The 7 and the 7, right? They're in numerator denominator, so they're going to divide out. And what is the 5 over 15 reduced to? 1 over 3. So I'll rewrite this as 1 over 3. Are we okay if I leave the y cubed z cubed? And then that has to get multiplied by the z to the 1 over y, 3y. That's where we're at right now. Just stare at that for a sec. I did a couple things all in one line. Okay, a couple of those things included moving this y to the denominator, and it became 1. And then I also reduced the 5 over 15 to become the 1/3. Okay, I'm almost there, and then I can finish it off, right? So I can get y cubed minus 1. You don't have to show this way either, right? Like whatever you guys are comfortable with at this point is good. Just show something, right? So I think your final simplified expression. Okay, but I got to state restrictions too. And where do I state restrictions from? Way up here.
Oh, well, I meant for like, cause
Sorry.
I got y cubed z to the 4 over 3. I never had that minus 1 y. Y and the negative 1, I never had that.
There's a y there and a y squared there, so I'm pretty sure that should end up following itself down. And it could very well be that maybe it was smarter. Not smarter, no difference
Oh,
really.
I know what I did.
Okay.
I divided by 2y when you did 14 over 30.
Okay.
And that's wrong. I should have got 1 y.
You should have gone 1y. That's the 1y I got on the bottom. Okay. It could have very well been that maybe this question would have been better done multiplying the numerators and then doing a simplifying at the end. It might have been cleaner. Okay. But in any event, just illustrating the fact that it doesn't matter what order you do things in. Now we can say y can't equal 0 and z can't equal 0. Is that okay? Does that seem like the answer that Mr. Poling had? Okay. So that's your final simplified expression, including the restrictions. That's important. Okay?